Before I talk about Origins, I need to give a rating for the Zombies map I couldn't analyze in detail gameplay wise. Transit is so hilariously bad but that it's fun to play with friends, but it still gets a 2 out of 5. Dive has absolutely no good qualities about it and is annoying to play, 1 out of 5. Mob of the Dead is amazing, has a great story and so much replayability, not only making it my favorite COD Zombies map, but giving it a 5 out of 5. Technically, Buried should be a good map, but it's way too easy, 3 out of 5. Well, with Earth being completely screwed at the end of Buried, that signified the end of the COD Zombies storyline. However, fans were confused since there was one more Zombies map left to be released in Black Ops 2. Meanwhile, Jimmy Zielinski, who was a major part in the creation of Nocturne and Toten all the way to Die Rise, left Treyarch. At the same time, Jason Blundell became the director of Zombies, and was behind the creation of Mob of the Dead. He also finished off the storyline by creating Buried, and I can only assume the reason both endings were so abrupt was because Jason was given a green light to craft his own storyline. On the road to the map's release, many trailers and teasers were announced, and most people thought the map was going to be a prequel. In a weird way it was, but it kinda wasn't since this map takes place in an alternate dimension and it didn't happen at all in the original storyline. Anyways, once the map released, it quickly became a fan favorite amongst the community and has remained what many people consider the best Call of Duty Zombies map of all time. I didn't play Origins until a year after its release when I first got into Call of Duty Zombies, and I liked it initially. I thought the pencils were cool, the stats were cool, and after every time I got annoyed at the map, I just wrote it off as me being bad. However, I revisited the map recently, and yeah, I just don't think it's good. But what is the reasoning behind my unpopular opinion? Well, strap in as I take apart Origins piece by piece to not only explain my dislike for it, but why I think I just love it so much.
As an ancient evil ravaged the front lines, the hopes of the Allies rested on 3 soldiers sent to stop it.
Talking about Origin story is going to be easy because everyone who played this map had absolutely no idea what the heck was going on because of how little information we get and how simplistic the setup is. The story is set during World War I, and basically Group 925 set up a dig site where huge amounts of Element 115 are located. They hoped they could use the element to aid Germany in the war similar to the old storyline. The Germans used the element to power giant robots and generators that kept the power intact. Meanwhile, a little girl named Samantha is begging Maxis, who, if you don't recall, is the leader behind Group 95, to do some sort of process to open up a gateway to a place called Agartha. Agartha also played a huge part in Shangri-La's storyline because that's what Brock was searching for. Oh, and Maxis at this point in time has not had a child, and he has no idea who the heck Samantha is. The group also discover a box that gives them weapons from any era, and they accidentally figure out that for some reason a gramophone playing music can open up secret passageways. While all this bizarre crap is happening, other countries figure out about Group 95 and decide to invade the place. Each country also sends someone to investigate the dig site. The US sends Tank Dempsey, Japan sends Takio, and Russia sends Nikolai. McToffin, who at this point hasn't gone crazy, is in the dig site helping Maxis, who's a father figure to him in this timeline. Shortly before the invasion, the group accidentally unearthed ancient zombies. They begin slaughtering the Group 95 members, and since the bite from a zombie is contagious, the infection spreads across the facility like wildfire, causing a zombie outbreak to happen at the facility. Maxis is also infected, and McToffin kills him but preserves his brain. The foreign enemies arrive in the midst of the outbreak, and they eventually meet up with each other and agree to reluctantly work together to survive the outbreak. Since the characters at this point have not had their minds wiped by McToffin using Element 115, they are completely sane and are nowhere near as goofy and bizarre as they were in the old days. I do think this is a negative change because it made the characters less fun, but the tone of the zombie story going forward is grounded and mature, and having our classic over-the-top characters would make the tone all over the place. Plus, this version of our characters get better in Black Ops 3. Don't get me wrong, they suck in this map. They are completely boring and uninteresting. But just take my word that they go through a lot of brilliant development in the next 2 Aether zombie games, so don't worry about it. The setup for Origins is actually the best part of the story. I don't know why, but seeing Group 95 rediscover Element 115 and seeing them do all these cool things with it is pretty cool. And come on, nothing beats Origin's opening cutscene. We've had a lot of cool CG cutscenes recently, but at this time, nothing came close to the intro, except for Call of the Dead, which doesn't compare to the badassery you're seeing here. Anyways, time for the quest. Our characters start hearing Samantha, who pleads with us to free her. Characters decide to do so, and along the way they create replicas of ancient staffs and infuses Max's brain into a drone. The characters free Samantha, and she uses her powers to take them to their next destination, where whatever is awaiting our heroes next is waiting our heroes next. But after that, we get, in my opinion, the worst Treyarch outro we've ever gotten. We see Samantha in a kid version of Victoffen playing with toys. However, the toys are modeled after things from all of the previous zombie maps. We also realized that we're looking from the perspective of Toy Tank Dempsey. This obviously led to a lot of people thinking COD Zombies was just two kids playing with toys, and this was later revealed to be a fake out. However, no new information is revealed about anything in this cutscene, and other than to fake people out, there's no point in this cutscene being a thing. It also feels unrewarding after completing an Easter egg, especially one as difficult as Origins. Other than that, Origins' story is fine. It has a lot of problems, but it does a good job at setting up the new era of the COD Zombie storyline. Oh, and by the way, if this was confusing for you, this is only the beginning of Jason Blenner's acid trip, so be prepared. Origins map looks freaking beautiful. Not only does the skybox and the war going on in the sky look so freaking breathtaking, but the environment of Origins is pretty cool. And don't even get me started on the crazy place. It speaks for itself. As for the layout of the map, despite it being big, there's not a lot of room and most of the map is pretty freaking tight. There's also mud around the map that slows you down. Yeah, cause that's not annoying. Origins didn't hold back on innovation. To start off, this map is the first Call of Duty Zombies map to have two Easter egg songs, Shepherd of Fire performed by a cool band named Avenged Sevenfold, and Archangel. Both sound amazing, especially Archangel, which is up there in my top 5 Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg songs. Also, there are now giant robots who walk around the map and will crush you if you get caught in their path. The robots can be annoying, but they're an okay part of the map. I mean, they look cool and they were imperative to gain the Wind Staff. Speaking of staffs, other than the returning Ray Gun and Ray Gun Mark II, which you can obtain if you're playing on Zombie Chronicles or if you have Berry downloaded, you can do steps to get an elemental staff. These staffs are fun to use and they look cool. I like their addition. Also, there's Pack-a-Punch, which is easy to obtain. You just have to power on 6 generators. Also, for literally no reason at all other than to make you annoyed at this map, the boxes don't work unless a nearby generator is powering them. That means if you're next to a box that's not powered, you're screwed if a fire sale is going on or if you quickly need a weapon. Or you could just need a weapon to fight this guy. The Panzer is a freaking armored zombie with a jetpack, a flamethrower, and a giant claw that can catch you and pull you into a horde of zombies. Awesome. That's as far as innovations go. There's some cool ones and there's some not cool ones.
They're a massive for assault artillery. The filthy rats strength in numbers to their attack.
So, is this map difficult? Of freaking course! The map is extremely tight, there's many things you have to do to get set up, and the map expects you to fight a Panzer on round 8. On round 8, I have an MP40, Quick Revive, and maybe Jug if I'm lucky. This wouldn't be a problem if the Panzer wasn't a bullet sponge, but he is. An annoying one at that. Yeah, Origins isn't one of my favorites. There's a lot of cool new ideas introduced, such as the staffs, the maps looks phenomenal, and the story is alright. However, this map has just as many cons as pros. The Panzer is annoying to deal with on early rounds, setting up is aggravating, and there's too much mud everywhere. I can see why Origins is loved by many people, and it can be fun to play with friends. However, it's just not my cup of tea, and I do think it's a little overrated. I'd give it a 3 out of 5. There's plenty of cool stuff, but there's plenty of bad stuff. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, then please like and subscribe, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace, everyone.